And how's everybody doing, man? It is your boy West Coast. We are here live in the building, brought to you. What up?
Did
What
he,
up?
did
What
he
up?
disappear?
There you go. Sorry about that. Had to
Who,
mute the
me?
site. No, that was
Oh,
me. That was me. That was me. I'm testing out this new thing where I can go live on Instagram, but I have to manually turn the page off when I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I am live on my Instagram right now. Look at that, man. You got
we think.
y'all ain't old enough to know what that is. That's that Wu-Tang, man. Hey, man, but listen to me. What is it? It is your boy, West Coast. We got HTM. We got Landlord. And together we are the Cowboys Uncut, the three amigos of Cowboys content.
I remember. Hey, spin back gang in the building, man. What's happening? Let's spin back.
Hey, if you spin BG, let me see SBG. Let me see if you SBG.
Where the SBGs
Or the
at, man?
SBG 1K. You know what I'm saying? Because we only asking you to do one spin back today. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So if you spin back one SBG 1K, put it in the comment box. You know what I'm saying? You know that boy,
Yes, sir.
NBA Y boy. Y'all probably too old for that, but he be saying that 4K, 4,000. Was that little bit?
4K Trey or something like that.
I don't know. I know they better
I
start
don't know.
with the feds listening. They
They
better start.
they gang banging. I don't know nothing about
Hey,
that. I'm an old man.
hey, but make sure if you spin back gang, put it in there, spin back gang, so I can get you some love. Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching on Instagram. Text 804 AMS West. I see you. T Boykins. What's up with you, my boy? Hey, I'm calling you today. I'm calling you today. Yesterday was freaking ridiculous. I had a crazy day yesterday. My lady, my car, the BMW just tripped out. I had to take it back down to the dealership. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was all day. But hey, man, we are having the biggest watch party. We're having the biggest watch party for Cowboys versus Giants. And I want to have some celebrity guests on there, man, to just come in. It's kind of like what, it's not what Peyton Manning and Eli Manning do because they stole that idea from us. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing watch parties. Now ESPN wants to do them. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same concept. Same concept. We're literally just gonna watch the game like we're doing right now, and we're just gonna talk and we're just gonna have a conversation. We're just gonna have fun and we're gonna talk crap and we're gonna talk mess about the other team. That's what it is. This is gonna regular watch game party because at my watch parties, at the uncut watch parties, is exactly what it is. Uncut, bring your drink, bring your smoke, whatever you do at your regular football game when you watch the Cowboys, bring it, and we're gonna do it right here. You know what I'm saying? On Cowboys versus Giants, and that is Sunday night. That's not if you're not watching in a bar or pub. If you ain't watching in a bar or pub, actually, if you watching in a bar or pub by yourself, you need to come watch it with us on the Mama's for real.
Facts.
Hey, Instagram, let me know if y'all can hear me though. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I know y'all can see me. Let me know if y'all can hear me over there. But yo, man, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing this morning, man?
Man, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It could be better. You know, Cowboys could have handled some of these roster moves better. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, y'all already pissed off. Look at Neil already hit me with the sad face.
I'm
Hey,
mad about a couple of them, but a lot of them was expected. But like I said, they're not needs. That's the best thing about it. They're wants. We wanted Isaiah Land. We really didn't
Hold on,
need
hold
him.
on, hold on, hold
hey,
on.
hold
We
on.
didn't
Hey,
need him.
actually, before I start that massness, can we pay some bills up here? Because man, it's the 30th.
Well,
It's
yeah.
about to be the first of the month. Wake up, wake
And
up,
you got a
wake up,
landlord in the building, man. You know you got
Yeah.
to pay some
wake
bills.
up,
We
wake.
gonna need. It's overdue now. It's overdue.
All right, so listen to me. Listen to me. This is what we need to do. I need everybody right now. If you have not already, I need everybody to hit that share button, man. I need everybody to hit that share button, no matter where you're watching at. If you're on YouTube, you can share on Twitter, on X, on app X now. You can share on Twitter or X. You know what I'm saying? If you're on Facebook, you can share in other Facebook groups. All those Facebook groups that you be turning their notifications on because they be posting the same crap about deck sucks. You know what I'm saying? All them groups, invade them groups with real content by sharing our content in those groups. You feel me? Next thing I need you guys to do on YouTube, it's this thing called super chats. There's this thing called stars on Facebook. Man, I need you guys to hit those things. But I'm gonna tell y'all, stars are great, man. They are absolutely great. Super chats are even better. They're great, but I'm gonna tell y'all what's the best thing in the world is Cash App. You want to know why? Because all these companies, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all these companies, they make money off of you guys' donation. I'm just being real 100 with you. If you to send West Coast 1,000 stars, which is equivalent of $10, they're gonna charge you $4. Now I'm gonna tell you this: YouTube to send me $10 Cash App to send landlord a $10, not a $10 Cash App. to send landlord a $10 super sticker, you know how much he's going to get of that? He's going to get $6.99 of that. Now, I'm just saying, we love it. We appreciate you guys. But for those people that really want to affect the content today, you want to make sure content stays on today, listen to me. If you send me $10 on Cash App, guess what? He get the whole $10. Landlord, he get the whole $10. West Coast get that whole $10, and you don't get charged for it. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying. If you can support on YouTube, hit that Cash App. Hit that goddamn super chat. You can support on Facebook, hit that super on that Facebook. But I'm gonna just be honest with you. If you can for real do it, put it on Cash App. And I'm also tell you this: if you do not have a Cash App account, ask your friend below or inbox West Coast, inbox HTM, inbox landlord, and we will personally walk you through how to set up a Cash App. That is our commitment. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have 1,000 Cowboy fans in 2023 that have Cash App accounts. And guess what? Cash App going to have to call us up at one day and be like, hey, man, what y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? All right. Well, hey, man, yeah, man, because we could be saying PayPal. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You think these rappers don't be getting paid for saying that stuff? I do believe they do. I do believe they do. So if you want to affect the content today, hit that Cash App. And also, all Cash Apps will get called out. So if you hit those Cash Apps, we will be showing you some love right here live on the show. So,
hey, real quick, man. Let's say a prayer for Craig. My boy got diagnosed with Parkinson today, man.
Father, in the name of Jesus, I come to you right now, Lord, lifting up my brother Craig, Lord, and also I lift up every Cowboy that's out there shut in the nation right now, or any Cowboy that's going into a crazy situation today, Lord. Any Cowboy that just woke up today, Lord. I ask you, Lord, that you help them. I ask you, Lord, you heal them. I ask you, Lord, you touch their physical, their mental, and Lord, since you just such a good God, touch their financials. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Let it all be healed. Amen.
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 And the church says, amen.
The doors of the church are open.
The doors
Yes,
of the
they
church
are.
open.
Spin back gang coming through strong for you, boy. What's happening?
What's happening? Hey, so let's get it, man. So. First order of business. Let's go ahead and talk about some things that happened this morning while we were all sleeping. We all understand that Dallas Cowboys. I say he was a prized possession, but he was definitely a guy that a lot of Cowboy fans wanted to keep. Mr. Isaiah Land is now an Indianapolis Colt. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's very interesting the fact that he is an Indianapolis Colt, because you know who's over there in that organization, if I'm not mistaken, my boy Matt Eberflus, who was the former Dallas Cowboys linebacker coach, right? A guy who also drafted that boy Leonard, the linebacker they got right now. He's a dude that has a ridiculous eye for talent, and it's not surprising to me that organization picked him up. It's just not surprising to me.
I mean, listen, Dan Quinn, liked him so much, he was scouting that boy before he could even be drafted. Like he was there looking at another dude, seen this dude ball, like, hell no, I got to, gets to know you a little bit better, my boy.
Looking at Marquise Bell.
Yeah, he was looking at Marquise Bell. If you didn't know, they were both, college teammates at Florida A&M, historically black college. Salute to HBCUs, man. Hey, but yeah, so that boy, if I'm not mistaken, the year that he was scouting him was the year that he had like 19 and a half sacks and over 23 tackles for loss. So like he was very productive, and even in preseason, man, he popped off the screen. Great first step, bunch of pressures, got a sack. Quarterback hits. He was doing everything. So I was really shocked, given his relationship with Dan Quinn. Given how well he played in the preseason, that he even got cut. Once he got cut, I knew, that he wasn't going to make it back to us. He put too much good tape out there. He was too productive. There's too much stuff in the air, too much tape, too much advanced analytics. And there are teams that are hungry for pass rushers in a passing team. Like there is never such a thing as too many pass rushers or too many wide receivers, in a passing league. So if you got talent at either one of those spots, you're gonna get picked up. He has a lot of talent, a lot of potential. So I understand it. I hate that he's not a Dallas Cowboys, but man, we should have never made that move. You could have just manipulated the cap. Nobody was gonna go out there and sign Aubrey if you cut him. You could have cut everybody on special teams and brought them back. You could cut everybody on special teams. You cut the long snapper and brought his ass back. You could have did the same thing. You cut CJ Goodwin. right, under good faith, knowing that he would be back, right? You could have did the same thing with the kicker and found a way to put somebody else on. You could have made some more moves. So I did not like the Isaiah Land one.
Yeah, you could have definitely did some more manipulating because I said he wasn't gonna last and make it through waivers for sure. Every DC and GM seen this man screaming off the edge. I know some people say they don't like him, but hey, I see the a special first step. That's something hard to coach. You really can't coach that, and he has been. So when I say he was a want, we got a lot of pass rushers. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get mad, but of course, I would prefer him over some people I just discussed on my show. I don't want to get too much into it no more, but I would prefer him over some people on this team, far as defensive ends go. And that's a lot. That's a great them great traits to work with when you're talking about a pass rusher, sir. A first step, and he got a natural bend. Like all you need to do is give him some skill set, get him to work, rush with a plan, get him to learn his hand techniques, and now you got a monster. Like you can't really coach a first step and burst like that and bend like that. But at the same time, man, we understand that politics play an issue in this stuff, and that's one of the things I dislike the most in football. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
This is my thing, right? At this point of someone's at this early in someone's career, you can't really say you can't cut someone so much versus what they don't have if they have something else that's extremely like obvious, right? Like even if you don't like him in the run game, right? It doesn't matter because at this point his pass rush is so over anything else that he's able to be on the field as a legitimate pass rusher. And not only that, but this is the thing in the NFL, right? The Dallas Cowboys, I feel, at the end of the day, there are some positions that we're really good at. We made a really good job of recruiting or scouting or bringing in, right? So the only silver lining in this is everybody that's rushing the passer is nice. Like, think about this. Isaiah Land would have been our worst pass rusher. That's a pretty damn thing dope to say, right?
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your favorite? My favorite. If somebody told me, like, damn, West Coast, we ain't got no food. All we got is cheesecake. I'm like, you know what? My stomach might hurt after a while, but for the first hour, I'm gonna be good. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think. And the cool thing about the game is you really can't say that about other rooms on the team. So it's like if you're my biggest issue with this is if you're gonna cut him, if you're gonna just, you know what I mean? Because this is the guy that's gonna be productive. I believe he's gonna be productive, right? But so if you're gonna cut him, at least cut it for a guy that is going to really improve your side, one side of the ball, or at some room. And my issue is there are guys on this team and I don't feel they should have made this team. You know what I'm saying? And he's a clear guy that I feel should have made this team. So, my only hope is that, man, we didn't, sacrifice something like, sacks or pressures, something that we could have 100% used because the defense, I'm going to tell you this right now. Sometimes if you're a head coach, which one is it easier to coach? PJ Armstrong or Michael Jordan? Well, I'm pretty sure Phil Jackson spent more time with Michael Jordan than he did PJ Armstrong. Why? Because it's easier to get greatness out of someone who's already great than it is to milk it out of something that's trying. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't never mind when the Cowboys stack the defense. Why? Because the defense is your biggest thing. Just keep on making them better. If they average 16 points a game, we'll see what happens. They can get to 10. Because it's easier to do that than it is to make to go the opposite way. So I mean, when I see this, man, I definitely say salute to the Dallas Cowboys, their training staff, their scouting staff, because these boys know what they're doing, man. They can't miss. Like, they are definitely doing their job when it comes to pass rush, when it comes to corners, when it comes to, those guys. They are spot on, man. I just wish I could get this same guy in the goddamn, I don't know, other rooms. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
I can name a few people I'd take Isaiah Land over Craig Lofgren. I'll tell you that. I can name a few.
Give me one. Give me one.
You don't want to hear it. I'll tell you that. Never Gallimore.
I would have.
Straight up. Dorrance Armstrong. If you tell me, look, far as pure pass rushing,
I couldn't. You can't cut. You could trade Dorrance.
I'm saying I would take him over him. That's what I'm saying.
Oh hell yeah, I would
take Isaiah Land over him, bro. He's a pure pass rusher. He's very inexperienced, but as far as talent goes, bro, I'm telling you right now, man, that if you get that dude some time to develop, he's gonna be a monster.
I mean, what I would like them to do is trade Dorrance Armstrong and then allow Isaiah Land to go get those 8 sacks that we all believe Dorrance Armstrong got because he was the cleanup man. He was the cleanup man.
That's exactly who he is, bro.
Like exactly why? And my thing is like you're paying him to be the cleanup man. That's the reason why you won't extend him. So why not just give it to a younger dude?
I would have took him over Luepke. Straight up.
I would have too.
And listen, because you see that Noah Fant made it back to the practice squad. Even if you cut Hunter Luepke and you were just dead set on having a fullback in your system, you could do it just like y'all did Cooper Rush. Just call him up in the game that you think you really need a fullback and want to run shit out the ball. You could have just called him up at that point, right? So
go ahead. My bad.
Nah. I'm just
I was just about to say they be wanting a story, bro. That what it seemed like to me. They just want a story, man. I hate that type of stuff. Like you got what you gonna make Hunter Luepke make the roster for, bro? And you could have just put him on the practice squad and got him back. When nobody gonna be chopping at the bit for no Hunter Luepke, bro.
They don't even like running backs.
Nobody gives a damn about fullbacks. Like, listen, Kyle Juszczyk is probably the best fullback in football. Nobody gives a damn. If Kyle Juszczyk was a free agent right now, nobody's gonna be beating his door down like that.
Nobody, bro. Especially that's what frustrates me because I know a player like Isaiah Land would have really deserved the roster spot over him. Now, I ain't saying that Luepke ain't got no potential and stuff, but it would have just made sense. You could have still got Luepke and you could have had your cake at 82. You could have had both. That's what I'm saying.
Christopher Gillis said Hunter was pretty much a swap up for McKeon, so there would still been a question about roster spot. You could have cut them both. You could have cut them both, and like I said, you could have still brought, them boys to the practice squad and elevated them when you needed to.
But what we said,
under 1 minute to play now. Back to Luepke again. And
hello.
Soon as we hired that dude,
Luepke all alone in.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead. There must have been some sound on that video. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Soon as we hired that dude, we knew that like soon as we signed Hunter Luepke, I said he was gonna make this team because I know his skill set. But I'm just saying it's more qualified dudes to take up that roster spot in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. It ain't nothing against the player.
I'm gonna tell you this. I said I knew that Hunter Luepke was gonna make the team when they guaranteed him 200 bands.
Yeah.
Follow the money. If they think that much of him to give him 200 bands out the gate and he ain't played a snap of football for you, of course he's gonna make the team.
That boy Isaiah Land didn't last a day. That boy didn't even last 24 hours.
He didn't last a night. I mean, this is my thing, man. I think, in my opinion, I think he's gonna be used more of as a tight end blocker. You know what I'm saying? I personally, listen to me. Everybody's saying he's gonna be a fullback. Well, listen to me. The Cowboys ain't had no fullback in their offense in almost 5 years.
How much you gonna use a fullback?
So I'm gonna tell you this right now. If the Dallas Cowboys go to a fullback-based offense, bro, our offense is different now. That is a totally different offense because we have not had a fullback on the field since 2018.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be. They even switched how they do the blocking scheme.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're going to a fullback, we're literally going to a new. This is literally a new offense.
But we knew this though. Like, I don't know why we act like this is new. They said, listen, they brought in West Coast principles and they even changed their blocking scheme. They went from a traditional gap scheme to a zone blocking scheme. And in the zone blocking scheme, some of the best plays involve a fullback.
JR with a $1 super. I mean $1.99 super on somebody channel says.
Appreciate you.
Oh, he said J. Lou on pump would have gave you land. You're right. Yeah, but listen, J. Lou is a guy who really earned a roster spot through play. You know, he earned his roster spot. You know, from
play.
From what he did prior. That man broke his foot getting an interception. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he ain't a dog. I'm not gonna blame. I ain't gonna put that on him. You know, and you know. Like we're really still one injury away from being where we were, last year in terms of cornerback play. You know, if anybody go down, then you go. Listen, who is the backup corner right now to Trayvon Diggs? because it's not the run Bland. They're not gonna move him
I
out.
think it would technically be Izzy McQuamu.
It would either be Israel McQuamu
Nation.
or Nation Wright. Nation Wright is on IR.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So right now, this moment in time would either be Izzy, Eric Scott, or the Noah dude we just brought in, because those are the only other outside corners we have. So that was one of the reasons they even made the move to get Kelvin Joseph out of here. They were more comfortable with Kelvin Joseph in the slot. Well, everybody and their mama can play in the slot. Right now, the Ron Bland can play in the slot. Jordan Lewis can play in the slot. When Izzy went out there and he locked down Chris Godwin, he was in the slot, right? So like we got a bunch of guys that can play slot, and not a lot of guys behind Trayvon Diggs or Gilly that can actually play on the outside.
Hey, this is the updated depth chart as of this morning. If you guys can see that on the screen.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I told you one on the other ones I was disturbed about, but you know, it is what it is. I got a few issues with this thing, but it's supposed to be like this when you got a good team, man. It's supposed to be frustrating. It's gonna be some good players that just gotta go. We got a solid roster, so some of these you gotta move mountains to crack this roster.
Are you sure this is updated? Because Sean McKeon is not on this team anymore.
Well, this is off of Dallas.com.
Do they have updated it then?
Okay.
It says that's the unofficial one from the preseason.
Okay. Well, this is the most updated one that they have right here. Let me see if I can find out more.
John Stevens gone too.
Yeah, John Stevens.
Well, they'll have like a little low, you know what I'm saying? They'll have a little asterisk down here at the bottom where they'll start telling you like what's up with those players. Let me see it though.
No, they ain't updated this shit yet.
I asked the question why you get that together. Do y'all look at Jordan Lewis as a progress stopper?
Not really, not at this point. Because
you think he your fourth best?
Yeah, he was the fourth best even before then. You know, because listen, Eric Scott ain't did shit. Eric Scott was getting Eric Scott probably should have got cut. He was getting told airway but loose during the preseason games. Kelvin Joseph played better than him. So you know, if anything, you know, like if Kelvin Joseph was still here, you could have made that claim. But dog, like Kelvin Joseph is gone. You don't know anything about Noah. Eric Scott did not look good. Nation Wright is injured. You know, and listen, I don't really know how they view Israel in that room, if he's a safety or a corner. So right now he is hands down he's your fourth best corner. Might be your third best corner depending on the day.
What you think, Wes?
What was the question again? Hey, and this is the updated one. I had to go to CBS because Cowboys ain't doing their job this morning.
Willie T said I'm hating on J. Lou. I'm just asking. I just know that him coming back kind of shook up a lot of stuff because I didn't expect this. So I know a lot of people over there like punching air about it. You know, somebody said it took away Isaiah Land from us. I hope that ain't the case. No. Then somebody else, you know, it's a lot of young corners that we had that's probably not gonna get opportunity now. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I say, right? Everybody in the NFL, for the most part, has the same opportunity. It's just about what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was in training camp. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in training camp for the same amount of time, for the same amount of days. My thoughts on it is, you know, at the end of the day, man, I think the Cowboys kind of deciding which side of the ball that they want to be firm on. And it sounds like, you know, Dan Quinn definitely got some say in it. And I just will always take production over projection. Like Jordan Lewis has actual production. You know what I'm saying? And if it was not for an injury, he would probably have more production. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like Jordan Lewis coming back. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I like Jordan Lewis coming back because I like him as a corner. Especially
I kind of like it too. See, I wasn't saying that's what I thought. I just wanted to see what y'all was feeling about it.
Like, think about this. Like, think about this. If you were a team, this is why I say I like Jordan Lewis, right? Because I
think it is a question though. I just want to get that on. That is a nice question to ask about it right now.
But think about this, right? If you were a team, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, or you're a team, right? Dallas Cowboy defense, and you got they come out 4 receiver set. That means you're gonna have CeeDee Lamb on the field, you're gonna have Brandon Cooks on the field, you're gonna have Michael Gallup on the field, and you're gonna have Jalen Tolbert on the field. All right. Now, if I gotta send a corner out there, I'm gonna put Diggs on CD. I'm gonna put Gilmore on Cooks. Actually, I'm probably gonna switch. I'm probably gonna put Gilmore on CD and put and put Diggs on Cooks. Why? Because Cooks has the ability to go hum. You know what I'm saying? Then
Cole
next,
Beasley just signed to the Giants practice squad. If anyone cares,
he just trying to pay his mortgage. Michael Gallup is my third corner, right? My third receiver. Who you putting on Michael Gallup? Who would be that third corner you put on Michael Gallup? That would be then who?
Bland.
Deron Bland. He'd have to be because he's your slot, right? But you know what a lot of teams are doing? They're coming out with these double slots. You know what I'm saying? Like San Francisco 49ers. They don't really have X receivers. They got a bunch of slots, man. A bunch of dudes. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like when you get in that type of mode, bro, I want a guy, I want a dude. Like, I want a dude. And I'm going to tell you, we haven't seen we haven't seen Jordan Lewis play in a little bit, but man, they call that dude the ball guy for a reason, bro. Like, they call that dude the ball guy for a reason. So if you're telling me I got to put these 4 wide receivers on the field and I need 4 corners, man, I'm looking at my cornerbacks right now. Trevon Diggs, Deron
Gilmore, and Bland.
You gotta, if you're looking at these 4 names, bro, you got it, bro. There's no way you're picking Noah over Jordan. There's no way you're picking Eric Scott over Jordan. There's no way you're picking Nashawn Wright over Jordan. Just not.
Or
think about this. They got Izzy listed as a backup safety for Jaron Kearse. He's not even listed as a corner.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have Jordan Lewis, you're literally starting someone who you're. And think about this. This is your fourth corner, so he's going to be on the field at some point. If I got to put Jordan Lewis, Eric Scott Jr., Nashawn Wright, or Noah on the field, put Jordan Lewis. And Jordan Lewis has production.
Hey, shout out to JR for the $2 super. He said J. Lou gonna get the 2022 Gallup treatment. Sit 1 to 3, yes, because he's close to being back, but he's not back. So they did not think that he deserved to be on PUP and miss the first 4, but they definitely are not going to rush him back.
Exactly. I mean, and it makes sense, man. You definitely got depth at it. Hey, man, let's take a break real quick. If you guys have not already, man, make sure you guys hit that share button, man. Appreciate you, JR, with the $2 super chat, man. Also, man, make sure you guys hit that Cash App, man. Hit that Cash App. We got HTM Cash App at Henny DeMore. We got West Coast Cowboy at West Coast 1482. And then we got Landlord from Alabama at Landlord 723, man. So, man, make sure you guys hit that share button. Make sure you guys hit that star button, man. I don't know what the hell is in my garage, but I got these 2 little flies that's bothering the hell out of me, man. So make sure if y'all want to help West Coast kill these flies, man, hit that Cash App button, man.
Jolene said the flies remind me of annoying Eagles fans. Get wet.
On everything.
But
we be sitting in the basement in here going through it sometimes. I know they be getting at me sometimes.
Hey, listen to me. That's what happens when you're in the garage and not the studio.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, man, I want to segue into this interview. We are not going to listen to all of this damn interview, but I do want to talk about this interview with Trey Lance and his first interview back with, well, not even back, his first interview.
Let me get some love to L/CPLT for the super sticker. It's the devil. We're going to give these boys hell this year.
Dude, I heard that. I like that. All right, so this is what we about to do. We about to push it up in here. Let me see if I can get this on the screen real quick.
Role you envision yourself.
Can you guys hear that?
Kind of how you're going to proceed here.
Very excited to be here. First and
Can y'all hear that, Landlord?
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't know if y'all can hear me now.
foremost, just excited to continue to get to know the guys, and obviously, for me, it's just learning, taking it one day at a time. Not really trying to look too far forward or anything like that, but really right now, just trying to be a sponge and learn and enjoy every day.
Learn, sponge.
Go ahead.
Learn, sponge. Day after day. You know what I'm saying? He understand that he needs to learn. He's not where he needs to be at right now. He's not in a position where he's coming in here finna take that position, no matter what the mainstream media is telling you. He is a future project kind of player. We are trying to build him into something. So this is not what we're talking about. Yeah, let Stephen A. them and all the mainstream people tell it that Trey Lance is coming for his job today. So no, this man said learn 157 times. So y'all need to pay attention.
All right, let's get back to it.
What's it been like the last couple of days, and when did you get in, and what have you done with the coaches?
Got in a few days ago. Definitely been, a little bit of a whirlwind, but it's been awesome. Finally, now these last couple of days, getting to know the guys, guys being in the building. I know it's been, a tough couple of days, these last 2 days with everything that goes on, in this league. But yeah, just for me, it's been trying to learn as much as I possibly can, trying to spend as much time with our coaching staff as I possibly can, and obviously learning from Dak and Coop as much as I can.
All right, so we're at the 1 minute mark. Hey, listen to me, man. I don't think Trey Lance is here to play football. You know what I think he's here to do? I think he's here to learn football.
Learn.
This boy ain't said nothing about playing.
Learn.
Hey, HDM, did you go somewhere? Did HDM leave or what happened?
I don't know what they did to ATM. The Eagles done finally spent on them.
Hey, okay, no,
there you go.
I had left. I didn't want y'all talking to me. I'm not sitting here.
Man, you better let somebody know. I ain't know what the hell was going on. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It sounds like Trey is here to learn football.
He here to learn everything.
You just talk about the welcome you got from Dak and what you can learn from Dak.
Yeah, I mean, he welcomed me with open arms. This morning was the first time I ran into him. But yeah, I mean, that meant a lot to me. I know it's this business is crazy. But for me, like I said, I'm not looking forward at all. I'm just really trying to take it one day at a time. And these guys obviously played at a very high level for a very long time. So nothing but, obviously just tons and tons of respect for him. As I think he deserves and gets from across the league. So for me, just trying to learn everything I
That's not true, but it's okay.
possibly can from him.
Trey, welcome again.
He doesn't really get respect all over the league. Dak is probably one of the most hated people in all NFL. Why?
He don't get the respect he deserves, but he do get respect.
Man, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think at a player level, maybe, but like from a major level, like
I think that what he was getting there, that the players respect him around.
Oh yeah. I think the players, like Dak should really be like the face of the NFL type dude. Him or like Patrick Mahomes, obviously, you know what I'm saying. But like those are the type of dudes that the NFL looks to push. Like Dak, if you really think about it, the only thing he doesn't have that Patrick Mahomes has is the championship rings, right? Which is obvious, right? But the character and all the other things, the intangible and all that other stuff, bro, Dak is the exact same dude. But Dak gets attacked like he got off-field issues and like he up here slapping people at Walmart and all types of crazy stuff, man. Like you would think that Patrick Mahomes would be the most talked about person in all the NFL, but he's not. Like Patrick Mahomes is rarely even trending. Rarely. Like if it's not, listen to me, if it's not football season, you're not talking about Patrick Mahomes. You're not, bro. Like they're not. There's nothing to talk about. Bro, they talked about Dak Prescott from the day we lost to the playoffs till today. It's crazy, bro.
People just going viral, bro. They gotta make this stupid stuff, these arguments, just so we can click it and get mad and then keep clicking again. It's just good business,
He said it's just good business.
It is.
Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. What do you feel are some of the strongest attributes that you bring to the quarterback room for the Cowboys?
For me, I mean, like I said, just one day at a time. So first and foremost, I got to learn to have an opportunity to do anything to
Man,
help,
that boy said
anyone
learn,
in my room,
bro.
anyone on our offense. So for me, like I said, that's really what I'm focused on. It's just learning enough to be able to contribute.
Trey Sagias at The Athletic. Just do you feel a sense?
What's your thoughts on him? Let me kill this fly real quick.
Man,
I believe I ain't sure, ATM. Help me if I'm right or wrong. Like, let me know if I'm right on this, okay? It might be a little controversial, but I believe he here to learn. What you think? What you think about
Oh,
that?
hold on. I got breaking news for y'all, man.
What?
Jabril Cox signed with the Commanders.
And that sound about right.
Yeah, a bad linebacker going to a bad team. Okay. So, but
I'm just saying they see some potential, bro. They see some potential.
Man, he listen. I'm glad that we get to play him. I hope that they play him so we can isolate our running backs on him in space and he can miss the tackle and they can hit the head on the goalpost.
How good did it happen? Hold on, wait a minute. Christopher Gillis said Dennis Houston signed to the Giants practice squad per Michael Gilk. Ain't that about a bit?
So we lost two players. If you didn't know what happened, Wes, we lost two players to the NFC East rivals. Jabril Cox signed with the Commanders, and
I hope he starts.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing. And then Dennis Houston signed with the Giants.
What happened the last time the Commanders stole a player from us?
I mean, he was good though.
Yeah, he
How
was good.
we obviously didn't know we wouldn't have let him go.
No,
I mean,
we on
know
this
Ridgeway
panel
was
said Ridgeway was good.
Yeah, we knew Ridgeway was good.
I'm just saying.
You ain't saying much.
ATM, okay. All right, okay. He just be banging on Jabril for some reason. I don't know what Jabril did to him, but hey, we'll get to the bottom of it one day.
No, there's nothing to get down to. I listen. I already told my therapist, like we will not talk about the man named Cox. All right, they told me that the real Cox does not exist. Only Cox workers exist.
He didn't went full Hennessy. We shouldn't have never awakened this monster, West Coast. I don't know.
Mean?
He didn't went full Hennessy.
You're talking about.
You never go full Hennessy.
Hey, you remember Tropic Thunder?
Hey, this is West Coast's alter ego.
Hey, I figured out some buttons. My bad. But yeah,
you
man,
never go full Henny, man. That's what the problem is.
No.
Never go full Henny.
He said that cock slender is crazy. That boy got.
That boy tape is crazy.
That boy, I ain't no joke.
I didn't do anything. Oh, and listen, the NFL as a whole said if Matt Forniak, the Dallas Cowboys don't want him back, and nobody want him either. So thank God.
They said Malik Davis went to the practice squad.
All right, let's get.
Malik Davis, I would say if Dallas. As much as I slander Malik Davis on my platform, and every time I get an opportunity to kick a man while he's down.
You a terrible person.
I am a terrible person. I'm a terrible person who I don't know you. If I rock with y'all, I'll probably look at Henny like he is a damn solid dude. But I
told you drop kick people while they down. You don't just kick them. You do a wrestling move.
People's elbows. That was my preferred finisher when people are already down. But the way that Malik Davis has been treated by the Dallas Cowboys, I know serial killers who have been more attentive to their victims than the Dallas Cowboys are attentive to Malik Davis.
Yeah, the Cowboys, I don't know, man. The Cowboys, I mean, a job is a job, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think I don't know, man. I think it's crazy that the Cowboys looked at Hunter and said, man, he's a better running back right now than Malik Davis is. That's crazy to me.
That's what you call politics.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling y'all, they are not going to go out here and run no damn Hunter Luepke. This man is not going to be out there running. He is going to play. He gonna be out there like our boy Keith Smith, man. You brought up they ain't used the fullback since 2018. I promise you, Mike McCarthy was not the play caller at that point. Now that Mike McCarthy actually calling the plays, he finna use that fullback.
Now what that sound like to y'all? Do that not sound like they just need a story?
Yes.
You don't play Malik Davis, but you keep Hunter Luepke.
Dog, they don't like Malik Davis.
Listen, he cleared waivers. Don't you think Hunter could have cleared waivers too?
Yes, but dog, I need y'all to stop trying to force relationships that are not there. They don't like this man. They do not like. No, listen, hear me out. They don't like this nigga. We can't make them like dude. They don't like Malik Davis. Listen, our season was on the line. I was begging and praying for somebody to get out there and get some carries. It was only Ezekiel Elliott and Malik Davis. Instead of giving the ball to Malik Davis, I said, we're not gonna run the ball at all. We're not gonna run the ball all. Fuck the season. I ain't trying to
be honest. Hey, but to be frank, to be honest with you though, up to that point, Tony Pollard only had 4 carries himself. So the Cowboys were not committed to running the ball against and we're talking about the 49er game. We were not committed to running the ball regardless of who was going to be playing in that game. Like we weren't. That was Kellen Moore. He was not trying to do that. But I've compared Hunter Luepke to he's going to be this year's Kevontae Turpin. Like everybody could tell me Kevontae Turpin.
That's too far because at least because he ain't gonna have an opportunity to make a Pro Bowl in anything.
I know, but I'm just saying as far as the wide receiver, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody was trying to tell me Kevontae Turpin's about the Cowboys are going to use him like this and they're going to do this and that and he's going to get the ball. And hell, bro, I told y'all, man, that dude is not going to. Cowboys are not going to throw no ball to him. And I'm going to tell you this right because it's like this. At the end of the day, an offensive coordinator's job is design plays to get the ball in the hands of your best players. He is not one of your best players. You know what I'm saying? Hunter Luepke. You know what I'm saying? He is not one of your best players. So it's like, why would I give the ball if Tony Pollard is 100% healthy, if Rico Dowdle is 100% healthy? Why would I give the design a whole play to get him the ball versus getting the ball to Deuce Vaughn? Like that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, especially if you're an offensive coordinator. If you're an offensive coordinator, you're going to go with the play that makes it easier for you to call the next play. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I say, like, I think that he's going to be a guy that might come in on, I think he'll come in on guaranteed pass plays like 3rd and 8. But then at the same time, I don't really want him on the pass play at 3rd and 8. Why? Because Tony Pollard catches the ball pretty goddamn well. So if I'm going to, so that's why I'm with Henny. Like, I just don't see a time, unless we're just bopping a team in the head. I don't see a time when there's going to be realistic reason for him to get the football. And Tony Pollard's making $10.9 million. So I do think like this, though. Maybe Hunter is a guy that gets a little bit of usage at the beginning more so they can spare Tony Pollard. That's the only reason I say that. But then at the same time, I'd be like, bro, then why would you not go with the 3-down running back and Malik Davis? So that's why I say I try to rationalize it and understand, okay, this makes sense. But then another fact comes in and it circumvents that fact. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Well, listen, Malik Davis can't play fullback. I'll keep trying to say this man is a running back.
Shout out to B for $5 star.
Hey, shout out to for B for the $5 cash super chat. He said he gonna be in the San Francisco juice role. Malik Davis never see the field. Luepke gonna be fullback 1. Why does Juice get passes with CMC? Well, listen, I don't even think he's not as talented as him.
Not at all.
So, I do see him being a lead blocker. Like I said, zone run scheme, there's going to be several plays that you need a fullback. So that's why I feel like he's on the team. He had to fill that role. And that's why they signed Noah Fant back to the practice squad. Because you need another fullback. If anything happened to Hunter, you could call his ass up.
I think he's on the field for a good story. That's just me.
Me too.
Man,
that's just
I think schematically, listen, schematically, there are a good amount of plays if you're going to be running this zone blocking scheme that you have to have a fullback. Like a lot of them, like some of the best ones, like some of the ones I am excited to see or involve a fullback blowing somebody up and creating the options for the running back. So I'm not saying that it's a guarantee, but I'm gonna stick to that. To rationalize this shit for a little while. I know they're gonna do stuff over the course of the season to piss me off, but just because of what I've seen, the type of money that they guaranteed to him before he even took a snap, like he gonna have to have a workload.
Yeah, but
I don't necessarily think it's gonna be carrying the ball, but I can see.
I'm gonna tell you this right here though. You just actually kind of agreed with us too though, because you just guaranteed him $200,000 before he even stepped on the field. That lets you know that his play this year had nothing to do with what you were going to do with him at the end of this preseason. He was going to make this team.
Yeah.
Period.
He gonna make the team. He wanted him as a fullback, and he gonna make the team. Like they already listen. They went out there and they picked their fullback. They had an option of any other fullback on the undrafted free agent market. They chose Hunter Luepke. They said, "Listen, we love you so much, boy. Here's 250 bands." Like Gucci Man, he was icy in his video. He said it cost $250,000 to look like this. So they gave him the same kind of money that Gucci Man got fresh with, to guarantee that he would be a Dallas Cowboys player.
I'm over here just trying to let y'all help y'all talk me off the ledge, because I see so many other ways we could have used this roster spot. Like that's what's frustrating me.
Yeah, and my boy Christopher said they paid him $200K because they were bidding war with other teams. Makes sense.
I said, hold up, Mike DC4L said we just here to learn. Hey, we are here to learn. We are here to learn
like Trey. That man said learn. He's learning everything. He need to learn how to interview too. They asked him something else, and he said, "I just learned."
He is learning how to interview. He is learning how to interview from Dak Prescott, because Dak Prescott is not going to tell you a damn thing.
They said, what you gonna bring to the quarterback room, Mr. Trey Lance? I'm just here to learn. I'm just here so I won't be fine. That's it.
I mean, at this point, what do y'all think? What do y'all think the Cowboys plan for Trey Lance in 2023? Because a 4th round pick, man, there's no way this kid's gonna be holding a clipboard.
I think he holds a clipboard because he can't even be active. You gonna have 3 quarterbacks active on game day?
Yes, because my quarterback has gotten hurt before. Absolutely.
So you'll have 3 because you already have an emergency spot, right? Because they already made it to where. They already made it to where he doesn't have to count against.
So then that's a meaningless question. Then I wouldn't have to have him active. I could just have him in that 3rd spot.
Yeah, but he can't play to the people ahead of him got hurt. So
Yeah,
he
that's
wouldn't be
fine.
doing
That's fine. But I mean, still, he would still be suited up.
He
would still
basically
be
the
suited up.
emergency quarterback.
I'm just saying that he would be, break glass in case of emergency. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying if that was the way that they used him, he wouldn't be the Taysom Hill dude.
Yeah, because the third quarterback can't play unless someone else gets hurt. So yeah, so
that's all. Yeah, I think we're just we said it differently, but we're getting at the same thing.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. Most importantly, he is going to be suited up, ready to play. Now, I'm gonna tell you, he's only been like theoretically, because remember when he was getting process of getting traded, he wasn't at training camp with the 49ers. So it's like I would assume that the Cowboys, he's about a month behind. I would think.
He played the first 2 preseason games. He didn't play the last one.
I know, but I'm saying in Cowboy world, he's about a month behind because they've done installs, they've done all that stuff.
So Cowboy world, oh shit, he's like a year.
Realistically, he's about, because training camp's 2 months. It's about 2 months, right? So he's about I would say he's about 4 to 6 weeks behind everybody else, just in knowledge, right? So right now, if you put him in the game, it's just going to be purely off of what he can do, which is run the football. You know what I'm saying? So I would have him as my third quarterback, but the best way to learn is to be on that, be on that sidelines. Now, obviously, if something happens, he's going to be my second quarterback. He still won't get in the game until Cooper Rush get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So and if that happens,
you can't bench Cooper for him if that would have happened. If Cooper go out there and throw 5 interceptions, you're just gonna have to let him throw the 6.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's my thing. Like I wouldn't, and to keep it real with you, like I am if I'm a team that knows I'm gonna go into the playoffs, I feel like I have a healthy feeling that I'm gonna go to the playoffs. What I'm gonna do realistically is there's gonna be little things that I'm just not even gonna really whole hell show in the regular season. And if I can get through like the first 8 games without showing the NFL nothing on Trey Lance, then guess what? Come the second half of the season, I now have an extra additive, something that I can throw a wrinkle in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the first time I played the Eagles, I didn't have Trey Lance. I didn't have the ability to go out here and have him do an RPO in their end zone. The second time I played him, that's something you got to totally look for. Why? Because you never saw it before. So, I mean, me personally, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm not even, and I'm going to tell you something to make life easy for him, I'm not even teaching him the whole offense. I'm only really teaching him, I'm going to start off with the things that I'm going to use him for first, right? Solidify those, because if I'm able to do that, then I can actually use him. You know what I'm saying? Then I can actually use him on the field and stuff like that. So I'm not going to, because listen, me teaching him how to drop back pass and look like Dak, bro, that ain't going to happen. He need a quarterback coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, B said Trey would be, and this is a super chat, by the way, one of y'all's.
Shout out Mike. Hey, shout out Mike with a $2 super chat too. I see you.
All right, so like B said, if Jerry Jones is calling it, that he will be the backup. Well, Jerry Jones messes up a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, he is the backup. Jerry Jones.
He's the backup to the backup.
He is. He is the backup. As long as he didn't say starter, because there's only one starter, but you can have 50,000 backups.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, you're right about that. I was just trying to solidify, that he was the backup to the backup. And that's the thing, y'all need to hope that he can supplant Cooper Rush, who does not even deserve to be in the building right now.
That's the first step.
Yeah, that's the first step.
That's his goal. He should have Cooper Rush on his locker when he opened it up. Like, that's your target. That's who you aiming at. Cooper Rush first.
Have a picture of Cooper Rush with the eyes X'd out. Don't you have to have it's over with.
That's his motivation right now.
Yeah, so we gotta learn to crawl before we walk and listen, because y'all want this man to run a marathon at 8:30 2023, and this man just came out the womb 8/29 2023.
See, so what it really do, bro? It really just like signify how disrespectful people is to Dak Prescott, bro. Like they can't stand Dak, bro. They really can't stand Dak, bro. When they see somebody that just came over here, of course he's young, of course he's athletic, and he got a lot of upside. But he just couldn't beat out Sam Darnold, bro. He couldn't beat out Brock Purdy. But he gonna come and just take that job. Like, this is the foolishness that we hear. That just showed me how low you is on Dak, which if you that low on Dak, you need to find another profession. You need to be see if you can go play foosball or bowling or something. You need to do something else with your time because you got to be very, very ignorant. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And somebody made on Instagram made a really good point, and it is my boy Sintomis 831. God, my lord, boy, you got a good one. Underscore GTO. I think he drive cars. He says Trey Lance was going to be the backup next season. In 2 years from now, he will be the starter if Dallas don't meet expectations and decide to not take a pay cut. And Dak doesn't decide to take a pay cut. What are y'all thoughts on that? 2 years. 2 years.
Listen, 2
Dak
years
will still
from
be in a
now.
contract.
No, this year and then next year. He's off of contract 2025.
No, but what I mean by is I'm assuming that Dak is going to get re-signed next year.
Okay.
Yeah, so Dak will still be on a contract 2 years from now. I don't listen to me. If Dak is not on this team in 2 years, bro, we are rebuilding. If Trey Lance is the starting quarterback in 2 years, we are rebuilding.
Facts.
Facts on top of facts.
Because then if Dak ain't on his team in 2 years, that is foolish.
And if I'm CeeDee Lamb, unless you're making me the highest paid wide receiver in all of football, I'm out.
If I'm Michael Parsons, I'm getting the hell out of here.
I'm out, bro.
If I'm Trayvon Diggs, I'm gonna request a trade.
I'm getting out of here.
But listen,
this team is ready made, bro.
Right now, bro. If y'all ain't trying to listen, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Oh my God, whoever said that about Micah Parsons, you spot on. If Micah Parsons is the type of player where if he doesn't feel this franchise is going in the right direction, he will leave, bro. He will leave.
This year 3 for Michael right now. The only thing tying him to the team after this year and next year, the 5th year option. So he ain't got to sign with Dallas.
Like Micah already telling you he tired of watching Super Bowls from suites.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Micah ain't gonna be the one that just keep taking whatever the organization say. He gonna tell you about it, and I believe he gonna. Man, Micah if Jones play with him, you might see him with another uniform.
Hey, Micah said that he's a full-time DN, and guess what Dan Quinn said? Oh, we're going to use him where we can. And guess what? He's listed as a full-time DN. He is not even listed in the linebacker. We have 3 linebackers on this team right now.
Micah, one of them dudes you don't want to play chicken with.
Nope.
I don't think you don't want to play chicken with him because he'll take it though. Real talk.
Yeah, man. So I mean, that's why I say the Cowboys, we can never not be looking like we're going in the direction of trying to win a Super Bowl. Like, we can never not. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get these young players. And you got to say it like this. Ain't no young players going to take no less money because the Cowboys already trying to shoot these dudes less money on no rebuild. That's not how it's going to work.
Noel, you said you think he can do that next year or this year?
Who?
Next year, you may be on or something, but if that get hurt, bro, I'm going to come back. I'm going to be talking about the draft. I'm going to probably be talking about the draft next.
Right now, that's regardless of who playing quarterback.
Straight up Cooper Rush, too.
Will Greer, goddamn, what you mean, boy?
Dak Prescott goes down, it completely hinders our ability to win games. So
a lot.
I'm not
right here. Without Dak Prescott, and y'all can cancel me all you want, but I'm gonna keep it real. If you don't have Dak, you're not beating Philly. You're not.
You're not.
Because Dak is the reason we beat Philly. Like, folks don't want to give that dude his credit, bro. But Dak puts 50 on that defense, bro. 50.
And that was a historically great defense last year.
50, bro. So Dak is the difference in our division. He's the difference. So that's why I say, bro, like, shoot, man.
Without Dak, the way you might not be able to beat the Giants. The Giants done got strong all of a sudden. They getting better. Dak is the reason I'm not worried about the Giants. Real talk. I think they're a good team. They pretty solid now, but I just know Dak gonna beat them. He usually beats them.
As he always does.
Yeah. That's the only reason. I would have way more respect for the Giants right now if it weren't for Dak Prescott. I know Dak is much better than Daniel Jones, and he gonna beat him like he always do.
Yeah, and go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, and I'm gonna keep it real. Trey Lance is not even in the mindset of trying to take somebody's job. Like,
wait a minute.
Bro,
if I'm not mistaken,
Sam Darnold. He lost his job to Sam. Listen to me, you guys. He could not beat out Sam Darnold as the number 2.
Let me ask you a question, Wes. I don't know, but I could be wrong. From listening to that interview, what do you think Trey Lance is here to do? Just let me know.
He's here
Learn?
to learn.
Because I think he's here to learn. I'm not sure.
It didn't sound like he was here to play football. It sounded like he was here to learn. And think about this. Trey Lance, think about this, right? If you look at how many passes he's actually thrown in his career, you would think, yeah, he do need to learn. Like my question, one would ask, why would the 49ers have drafted him without having a premier starter in front of him? Because his resume does not even say come into the NFL and start right now. Like I think people assumed it was like Carson Wentz was a dog in college. He just turned into a puppy when he got in the NFL. But he was that dude, bruh. Like he was that dude, bruh, in college. Like he was like the Patrick Mahomes of college.
The only reason they don't give Dak the respect in the NFC is because we ain't capitalized on the conference. He been dominant in his division. Now, if we would have won the conference a couple times, they'll be bowing to Dak in the NFC East. They'll be like, yeah, because that's the only reason that the Eagles can talk, because they went to the Super Bowl. They didn't beat us with Dak, but they went to the Super Bowl. That's why they say stupid stuff like Dak ain't good, even though he been beating them for years. We got to capitalize on the conference game. That's what we got to do. That's what'll make them just bow to Dak, because he's been dominating in this division. But people just turn the other eye cheek because they look at it like we ain't did nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Dwayne said that we check our cash apps. No, hey, shout out to Dwayne Brown for the $10 cash app. They got you 2 raffle entries, my boy. Thank you for the love and support, and I appreciate you for all you do for the liquor store.
Hey, man, listen to me.
On our end too, Mr. Dwayne.
Hey, listen to me. We up here cooking, and sometimes you be cooking, it'd be something smoking in the back, and somebody, hey, man, turn that down. Oh, damn, my bad. Listen to me. Shout out to my boy Ephraim Brown. Appreciate you. Sean Jones, appreciate you, my boy. Trey Quinn Jr., appreciate you. And Johnny Gamble, man, I appreciate you, my boy.
Hey, Noel, I know what I think he got great upside too. I just think I think your timeline a little off, in my opinion. I don't think it's to this year or next year. I mean, I believe he can be Cooper Rush next year. I believe he can be your backup next year.
So let me ask you a question, because he got this year, next year, and then you got to pick up his 5th-year option. Are you gonna pick up his 5th-year option?
Who?
And Trey Lance, he's still a backup quarterback. You gonna pay that money for a backup?
I thought. Well, you said 2 years. He got 2 years left.
Technically, be year 3 though, right? That's so it's 20. So this year,
next year, then you can pick up his 5th-year option, or are you gonna pick up the 5th-year option in 2025?
Oh, hold on. Let me.
That's tough. If he's just a backup.
If Dak Prescott gets extended, right? He's doing great Dak Prescott shit. He gets us over the hump. All this other stuff. Even if he doesn't get over the hump and he's not the reason we lose. Let's say we go to the postseason and we lose a shootout, 40-45 or some shit like that.
That's what make it bad blood to me. That's what make it bad blood. Because at the same time, if you do that, think about it. You gonna have to. It's gonna come a crossroad. You gonna have to sign them or either lose out on that 4th round pick. Shout out to B Bird with the $5 super. He says Jones is traded for Trey to let him learn for a year. He will be the second string QB by the end of the year. He will be used as leverage in contract talks.
You can only listen to me. You can only use leverage if it's leverage. That's like your ex calling you up and saying, if you don't come home, I'm not gonna give you that. Girl, what you talking about? I got a whole nother woman. What are you gonna slap yourself?
I don't live there, woman.
I don't live there. So there goes Trey's contract right now. There it is right there. 2015. Well, actually, 2000. I mean, if you pick up the option, let's see what the option is.
All right, let's see.
Can you see it, Henny?
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
I got it up on the screen.
Oh, no. I can't see that shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about what Hen said. That do kind of put you in a pickle. That right does kind of sound like it's in bad faith, just being honest. 5th-year option, he's getting a lot of money as a 3rd overall pick already. So with that, with the 5th-year option,
It doesn't seem like it show it right there.
All right, so he has
with the 5th-year option in the equation. That kind of puts you at a standstill, like a crossroads. You're gonna have to make a decision. Is you gonna continue to pay him, or are you gonna let him go? That's a crossroad right there.
All right, so this year he's making 6.2. Next year he's making 5.3. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Cooper Rush has to be off this team next year. He has to be off this team next year. There's no way you're gonna pay Trey Lance. I mean, you're already making 11. Look what Cooper Rush is making. That's not even near what Cooper Rush is making.
That's gonna be a crossroad right there. that's gonna be tough.
To be honest with you, Trey Lance's honest to God job this year is to beat out Cooper Rush, like y'all said. Like that's his. Let me see what a quarterback 5th-year option is.
For a 3rd overall pick, don't it matter where you was drafted at?
Well, only the first round picks would get options anyway. Everybody else would be for 4 years.
True. But I'm talking about like the higher you was in the first round. This dude was 3rd overall.
Yeah, I can't find it. I'm trying to find it.
Tyrone Church said, yes, we paid Andy Dalton $10 million.
Option worth
$20 million.
Shit.
Trey Lance is worth $20 million.
So you gonna have
the 5th-year option?
Found it.
So are you gonna have a rookie quarter? Are you gonna have a backup quarterback making $20 million?
Found it.
That's steep, though.
Matter of fact, he said it will eclipse $20 million.
That's steep. That's steep for a project. That's steep.
So either they turn down the 5th-year option, and they offer him a smaller contract where he might take, given his circumstances, he might say,
Why?
B Bird, I told you. Shout out to B Bird with the $2 super real quick. He said, now y'all starting to see what I see nefarious. I said it was nefarious to begin with, but I just got faith in Dak. I feel like Dak gonna overcome it. This is the Joneses still betting against him. Semi. It still is. It really is. But it just ain't gonna affect him because I know Dak gonna ball. And shout out to Dwayne Brown with the $2 super right after. He says Cooper gone. That's like paying 2 $10 million running backs. Yeah.
I mean, what leverage would he have to get a contract somewhere else?
Cooper Rush.
No, I'm talking about Trey Lance. I mean, you turn down the $20 million 5th-year option because listen, it's up to the Cowboys to even exercise it. So they don't offer him the 5th-year option.
They don't have to offer to him.
Yeah, know what I'm saying. So if they don't offer him the 5th-year option, they don't pick it up, and they offer him a smaller contract. How can he say no?
You can't even franchise tag this dude. The quarterback franchise tag be ridiculous.
You wouldn't even want to.
So really, Trey Lance doesn't have any leverage in terms of that. So they'll decline the 5th-year option. They'll offer him something, or that they won't even let them get to that. If he develops, but they don't develop at the same rate that they want, they might be able to trade him off.
That's the nefarious aspect that we was talking about. Because it's gonna come to a crossroad, and I'm gonna have to get out of here after this. It's gonna come to a crossroad to where you're gonna either have to use him as trade bait, or either you're gonna have to make a decision on Dak Prescott or Cooper Rush. Somebody gonna have to go. Like somebody gonna have to go when that 5th-year option become a come in the equation, because $20 million for a backup,
that's not
that's not happening.
But
we gonna find out sooner or later, though, sooner than later, because Dak, you gonna have to do something with Dak next year. $59 million. This stuff finna be answered quickly. So we gonna find out in a minute. Ain't no way Dak, they might sign Dak. I kind of got a feeling they gonna sign Dak in the next couple of weeks. Maybe before the start of the season, or probably definitely before the end of the season. Like that, if that come out on fire, they might go and give him a contract. I believe it's gonna be something like that.
Well, I mean, at this point right here, the Cowboys for a 4th-round pick, he gonna have to give you something this year. Because you don't have.
He ain't giving you nothing this year.
I know. No, he gonna have to give me something this year, because you basically have 2 years to decide what you want to do. So
he gonna give you a lot of classroom activity. That we gonna give you.
He can use his feet. Ain't nothing wrong with his feet, man.
He gonna give you some simulations. He gonna simulate Jalen Hurts in practice. He gonna simulate Daniel Jones in practice.
Not for the money.
That's what he gonna do.
For $6, he's gonna be on the field, bro. For $6 million, the Cowboys gonna have to find a way to get him on the field.
I hope not.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't see no reason why he should be. Like I said, him running the ball is an option, but like technically, I wouldn't want to take the ball out of Dak's hands either. You know, I'm just trying to find some sense in it, but I'm gonna just be real. It's some nefariousness going on, you know, especially with that 5th-year option.
In the red zone, you know what I'm saying, those quarterback keepers, I'd rather have Trey Lance doing those than Dak Prescott, especially since I'm about to be in the negotiations with Dak, and Dak has a guy that has a series of injuries. And
But what if he fumbled the ball and it's an important game?
Bro, what if Dak throw an interception, bro? It's like
I would still trust.
I would down the sword of my real quarterback.
Listen to me. There are moments. I'm talking about moments, obviously, that you would obviously will have Dak on the field. But I'm saying at the beginning of football games, at the beginning of games, and not even at the beginning of the football games, there are moments I believe that you are going to be able to take Dak off the field. And I get it. I want to keep the ball out of Dak Prescott's hand. I get it. But guess what? He's going to also hand the ball off to Rico Dowdle, and Dak's a better player in the NFL than Rico Dowdle. All right. So then if that's the case, then like we have to have a threat of running from the quarterback position. Why? Because that's what kills us.
And that man said he already said he's going to run the ball more this year.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, but I don't necessarily believe I want him doing that because, you know, Dak, when he gets in the mucky, man, he get his hand broke, he get his ankle and all that, man. And I'm trying to project when that moment, because my quarterback has missed a game at least each season since 2018. So it's like I also got to play this thing smart. You know what I'm saying? So what do I say? And I'm gonna tell you this right here. This has really nothing to do with Dak Prescott. It has to do with the 4th round pick I just gave up and the $6.5 million that I'm paying you right now. $6.5 million right now. I haven't even looked it up, but I would almost think that Trey Lance is one of the higher paid people on the offense right now because CeeDee Lamb is still on a rookie deal. Brandon Cooks is like 2nd highest, then Dak, then Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's making 10. So let's just name them. Dak Prescott's going to be your highest paid person. Behind Dak Prescott, you got who? I think it would probably be either Brandon Cooks or it'd be Zach Martin. After Zach Martin, it'd be Brandon Cooks. After Brandon Cooks, it's gonna be who?
CD or something?
No, CD on a rookie deal. It'd be Tony Pollard making 10. These are people that are making double digits. $10 million. That's 4.
All right, so Dak, I'm looking at it. Dak, Tony Pollard, and I'm just looking at offensive guys because Dak Prescott's going to make $26 million this year.
Wow,
altogether. Tony Pollard is going to make $10 million. Michael Gallup is going to make 6.7. Brandon Cooks is going to make 6. And this is cap hits, of course. Let's go down a little bit further. CeeDee Lamb, finally see my boy CD. He's gonna make 4.4.
Bro, we getting away with murder with that too. Like it's gonna be a lot of changes, bro. Because you gotta pay. I know I'm saying you gotta pay this man in a minute. You gotta pay Micah too.
So I mean, Trey Lance is making how much this year?
He only costs like $900K against the cap because we traded for him.
Okay. But how much is he actually making though?
I had to pull it up.
About $6.5 million.
Let's see. Trey Lance QB. No, yeah. Hold on. No, he got $6 million in dead money. But because of the way that it's structured, his base salary is $940K. He does not have a roster bonus. He's only getting $940K this year.
From the Cowboys?
Yeah, from the Cowboys.
Let me go back.
Because the dead money for him is like 6.2, and then next year the dead money is 5.3. Now next year he makes $5.3 million and takes up 2% of the cap.
Yeah, I'm finna have to go and get up out of here, man. I gotta get to the day job. But I appreciate everybody rocking with me, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Y'all finna keep rocking?
Yeah, we're gonna be
I'm rock a little bit long.
All right, well, I'll get with y'all, man. Appreciate you.
It's a bit, my boy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
just got us look on Instagram. Go ahead, Henny.
Nah, so like it's a decent deal right now. You know what I'm saying? Today, right now, this moment is a decent deal. But like we said, the 5th-year option is over $20 million. Cap hit next year itself is 5.3. That's a lot of money to be And Dak gonna make $59 million next year. He's gonna make $5 million. What's Cooper Rush making next year? We expect for him to be on the team, right? So
Yeah, he's on a 2-year deal, if I was not mistaken.
So let me take a look at Cooper Rush. Next year, Cooper Rush is going to make $2 million, 2.8.
So you're
So
up to
like
59.
So 2.8 for Cooper Rush, 59 for Dak Prescott.
66.
Huh?
You're at 66 million.
Yeah, then 5.3 for Trey.
Gee.
So that's a lot of money to the quarterback room. So y'all really think that Dak Prescott's
And
not going to get it?
2 of the dudes aren't even may not even play.
Yes, and that's $7 million for backups. It's 5.3 for Trey and 2 whatever I said for him. So that's almost $8 million in backup quarterbacks, and then $60 million tied to your franchise quarterback. So do you think the Dallas Cowboys can even function, paying the quarterback position that much money? Dak Prescott's gonna get a deal. What's up with your DC for Life, Texas? I see you.
Yeah, he's gonna get a deal. And then once you give Dak the deal, the moment you extend Dak Prescott, it almost and voids this trade, because then it's like, okay, now what are you doing, Trey Lance? Because that $20 million is coming up. Now, I would think Trey Lance, a 3rd overall pick. Why would you re-sign under Dallas to be the backup? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if I'm Trey Lance, I wouldn't want to re-sign in Dallas in 2 years. I would want to go get a starting job. And if the Cowboys just signed their starting quarterback, the only way you're going to get this job is if you what? Especially if we just signed Dak, right? We would have to trade Dak or just bench him for you while he's making $50 million.
Yep.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I was gonna say we all know that we can't trade Dak unless he wants to be traded. So that makes it even tougher. You know what I'm saying? So like the package that we want to trade Dak Prescott for is probably with a team that he don't want to go to. Like I could see a team, that they ain't sniffed the playoffs or some shit, trading away their future to get a quarterback of Dak Prescott's caliber. I can also see a quarterback of Dak Prescott's caliber not wanting to go there. So since he has the leeway and the power to say, hell no, I'm good where I'm at, I don't see a scenario where he gets traded.
Yeah, and then like the only team I could think that would go head over heels would be like the Commanders, and the Cowboys wouldn't trade Dak to him.
Yeah, they would not trade Dak Prescott within the NFC.
No.
So the teams that would want Dak Prescott are in the NFC, and the Dallas Cowboys are not thinking about trading him within the NFC.
No, you would trade him to a team that you would think you never play, like the Chargers, and he wouldn't want to go to Kelly.
Hell no.
So yeah, man, when I look at this, that's why I think the Cowboys got to get something out of his feet now. You know what I'm saying? Out of his footwork. Because as of right now, I feel like the Cowboys really aren't going to try to sign in 2 years. No matter how good he is, Dak Prescott is going to have to be re-signed next year. So it's like for the bare minimum. So you're not going to have enough time to even see. So people try to say Trey Lance is going to be used as leverage. It's not going to be enough time. Like he didn't play one game in preseason for us. And then think about this. If Dak is healthy all 17 games, even if Dak misses a game, he would be the backup quarterback. You still wouldn't see him until what? Cooper Rush got hurt. Mm-hmm. So the chances that you actually see him as the actual starting quarterback because someone got hurt are slim. Almost damn near. You'd have to drop both your quarterbacks, which is damn near diabolical. We lost our starting quarterback, but we didn't lose our backup quarterback was there. We just kept switching them out. Why? Because they weren't good. Like Ben DiNucci didn't get hurt. Freaking Garrett Gilbert didn't get hurt. They just switched them out.
Yeah, and listen, that is another part too. You can't really trade Trey Lance away either if nobody sees him play. He gonna have to play the same way they treated Will Greer in preseason. They're gonna have to do Trey Lance like that next year. He gonna have to play the entire preseason. He probably need to do that anyway. He ain't played no lot of football snaps.
Yeah, so, he played some for the Niners, this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
My boy, let's read some comments. Hey, real quick, man, I'm about to throw the Ghetto call line up here real quick. We're gonna call in on my phone because on Restream it doesn't allow you to do it yet. I'm about to drop this in the comment box. Bam, there it go. I just dropped it. I'm gonna show it. That's West Coast's line. Hit my line if you want to call in. If you got a couple things to say, keep it. Listen to me. At the 60-second mark, I'm gonna have to cut you off. So just, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you 2 minutes. But hey, there go the call-in line. Hit that line right there. It's the Ghetto call-in line. If y'all can hear it, we're gonna hear it. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all got a question. Hey, also, man, appreciate everybody that's hitting that Cash App, man. I appreciate everybody that's hitting that Cash App. My boy Sean Jones was the last person to send Cash App. Thank you. Efren, appreciate you for your $10. Tori, appreciate you for your $2. And Johnny Gamble, man, appreciate you for your 25. Appreciate you, my boy. Hey, if you want to be a part of making sure the content grow, make sure you guys hit that Cash App. Phone line is open, 909-301-7804. Same line you'll use to order jerseys. I'm not answering restricted phone numbers. Can't do it. Can't do it. Same
Also,
rule.
shout out to Michael Nelson for the $2 super. My boy said, well, let's go cut ball, keep laying. Well, let's go IR, cut ball, keep laying. Yeah, I would have did
Hey,
that.
real quick, I got a call. I got 239 calling from Fort Myers, Florida. Hey, I need you to turn us down in the background. Hey, when you call, make sure you turn us down in the background. Turn us down. What's up with you, T Lucky? What you got for me, boy? My guy?
Hey, I need you to turn us down. Okay. And when you call, make sure
turn all sound, turn us off, turn us all the way off so you can't hear us. I can hear you now. Go ahead. Can you hear him, Henny?
I can't hear you.
I can hear him now.
Go ahead. Just go ahead, talk, brother. We can talk. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Hold on, let me see. Did I put this dude on mute? Yeah. Hey, I put you on mute. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, what's up?
Hey, I'm good. You live on HTM and West Coast. Talk to me.
How you doing, Henny?
What's good with you?
So, what y'all think about the O-line? You think we're gonna get somebody good?
I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to stand pat. The only position I think that they would bring in is possibly a backup center, because we don't have a backup center on the roster. You know, we brought Hoffman back, to the practice squad. We did not bring back Fournier. So the Dallas Cowboys, they have a great swing in Asen Richards. They have a great, backup guard in TJ Bass. There's not a single person, that could play center for you, though, if Tyler Biadasz goes down. So they make a move, it will probably be for a backup center, but anything else, I think that they like the young Bulls. They play very good during the preseason, graded out well in both pass blocking and run blocking. So I think they're, I think they're okay.
All right.
Outside of backup center.
Hey, I got about 7 people waiting on the call line, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Make sure if you got another question, you hit that line, though. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, that was a good answer. Good question too.
Indeed.
All right. Hey, if you call 409, you can call. All right, we got Barry calling in. Hey, we got 409. It's your boy West Coast. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Houston.
Oh, hey, what's up with you, sir? Who I'm talking to?
Slow, loud, and bang.
This who?
B Bird.
What's up, B Bird?
Not much, man. How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, sir. What you got for us, sir?
I got a quick scenario for you. They go back to, so Dak Prescott goes into the offseason and goes back to the negotiating for him and his lawyer, him and his agent, and they can't get by that $69 or $59 million old. They can't do a restructure, or not a restructure, but extension.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see Dak Prescott asking for a trade in that scenario?
Not really, because Dak Prescott at this point in his career is trying to get paid and win a Super Bowl. So
yeah, we can hear you. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
He's answering your question right now.
Oh, I can't hear.
Okay.
Go ahead, Annie.
But nah, like Dak Prescott at his age is attempting to both get paid and win a Super Bowl. So if he was to go to a different team, it would have to be for a contender. So Dak Prescott would not necessarily request a trade if it was to send him to a scenario where he had no shot of winning a championship. Now, let's say something crazy happened. Let's say that the Saints got a team in place or something. and the only thing they were missing was a quarterback. We seen them made move. They brought in Chris Olave. They still got a top 10 defense. Michael Thomas supposed to be back this year. All these different things. Let's say it was a scenario like that where they had a contending team and needed a quarterback. He might be interested. But, it was a team going through a rebuild. I don't think Dak Prescott would want that. I think Dak Prescott wants to try to compete for a championship. So, I don't see a scenario. And one, the Dallas Cowboys wouldn't trade Dak Prescott into the NFC. Right, so it would have to be not only a team that's a competitor that Dak Prescott would want to go to, it would also have to be a team that's a competitor that's not in the NFC. So there's a lot of things going on right there.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. The Dak has to approve the trade. Listen, Dak has to approve the ability to start a trade. The Dallas Cowboys are going to have to be the ones that actually accept the trade, and you got to see it like this. If you're trading Dak Prescott, you're trading him for what? Draft picks, right? Mm-hmm. Why would you trade Dak Prescott to a team that you think is going to be good? Because that in return is going to do what to your draft picks?
Minimize your investment.
It's going to burn your draft picks. If you were the Dallas Cowboys, you were only trading Dak to a bad team and a team that you feel once he's on the team is still going to be bad. Why? Because you want to ensure the value of your picks. You trade Dak to a team and they go win the Super Bowl. Guess what? All them first round picks are now pick 32. Because remember, you're going to get their picks in exchange for him. Mm-hmm. So that's why if you trade him, you're like Henny said, you're only trading him to a team in the AFC East. To the AFC. Then you're going to trade him to a team that you feel is bad and will be bad regardless if they have the Dak Prescott. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's not a team that I think this is like the Raiders or the Cardinals or something. And then think about this. Why would Dak be okay with going there?
Exactly.
I think the Raiders would be better with Dak, though.
They'd be much better.
Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams and Dak Prescott? Yeah, I think they would be better. The only thing that sucks about them is they play in the Chiefs division.
Mm-hmm. And that'd be a story right there. What if Dak Prescott won a Super Bowl while he's in Patrick Mahomes' division? That would be a great quarterback rivalry. And then he'll get to play Kellen Moore twice a year.
You know what's crazy, bro? We just opened up a SHIT show because, man, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Hey, and the phone lines are still on. Let me take this down real quick so I can know about these Cash App real quick. Let me hide that real quick. All right, hit them Cash App. Hit that Cash App, man. Hey, bruh, if there's one team that would freaking do some crazy stuff like that, it would be the goddamn Raiders because they meet the criteria. They listen to me. The quarterbacks in their division, technically, Russell Wilson just got to figure it out, right? But, bro, you have Russell Wilson, you have Patrick Mahomes, and then you have Justin Herbert. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, like those are all quarterbacks who people feel are like the guy or who can be the guy. And then you have the Raiders. The Raiders, it makes sense for them to go out and get. Now, obviously, Dak would have to approve. This is the stuff we're talking about next year. But that's the only situation. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm not trading them to the Raiders. Why? Because I believe the Raiders will be better with Dak. I got a caller coming in.
Yep.
Hey, it's your boy West Coast. 325. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, West Coast? This is Brandon from Houston, man. I'll be in the chat, man. I just want to call and talk a little bit about this quarterback quandary we've been talking about here.
Okay, talk to me.
We're going to do. I think we're going to wrap our arms around them. Jerry's going to make them feel home in Dallas, and then we're going to get them up off that fifth-year option. We're going to play all this tape in front of them and tell them, like, hey, you got the bag from the San Francisco. You haven't done nothing from us, so that's why we can't give you the $20 million. But go ahead and take this backup contract, and we'll promise them next. Like, if you get promised next, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and probably a guaranteed $250 million, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that can wipe off the bust stain. You know what I mean? That, like, even if he went somewhere else and was a starting quarterback, he still would be like, oh, he was a bust. But if he does something for the Dallas Cowboys, that's the only thing to remove that mark, West Coast. And I don't think Dak has the football field in his backyard, bro. He ain't getting traded nowhere. What do y'all think about that?
Facts. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Agreed.
That man ain't getting traded. He don't want to go nowhere. Listen, you don't fight to get a no trade clause and put it in.
I'll let you go so I can get question. Listen, okay? Hey, that was a good ass point. He said, "Boy, that ball field in his backyard. He ain't going nowhere." Go ahead, man. Go, see what you're saying.
I was just saying, man. Like he did not fight tooth and nail to get a no trade clause, no tag clause put into his contract just to waive it. You know what I'm saying?
Jack wants to retire a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah, he wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? He bought all these cowboy hats. You know what I'm saying? He had the country shows. He want to be a cowboy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see a scenario where he even wants to get traded. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if they came to Dak Prescott and said, "Hey man, we're thinking about trying something new," he gonna say, "Well, that's too damn bad." Like he said, "Hey, the relationship is not over till I say it's over." Dak Prescott has that kind of power and leeway in Dallas. Like they could want to break up with Dak Prescott, but Dak Prescott, can decide his relationship is gonna keep going.
Hey, we got a call. 469. It's your boy West Coast. Talk to me.
Yo, what up, West Coast?
You on the ghetto Cowboy line? Talk to me, man. Who am I talking to?
Oh, this is Noel Beats. I be in y'all chat, man.
What's your name in the chat?
Noel Beats.
Noel Beats. Oh, you make beats?
Yeah, I'm promoted like that though.
All right, so can I put you on the spot and be like, yo, man, I love to get an intro song. I mean, Lil Wayne, I'm talking about Disputed. I'm trying to get some, you know what I'm saying? What's up with it, man?
I can most definitely do that, man. It ain't nothing.
Because listen to me, we all play music in our background, man. So if you got some original beats, some original stuff, shoot, I'll play your music in the back of my song and I'll put a little copyright at the bottom and let them know where they can go find it at. We all about promoting Cowboys.
Yeah, you need to say this number.
All right, we all about promoting other Cowboys, you feel me? And we be playing this trash music they give us, man. I love to have a DJ, a cowboy. Wouldn't y'all love to listen to some cowboy beats made by a real ass Cowboy fan? I'm just saying, you feel me? Go ahead, ask your question, my boy.
Oh yeah, hey, it's more of not a question. It's more of what I was thinking. Like over the years, just watching the Cowboys, they always had these good teams. Even I'm gonna say before they even had Romo, there's been times they'll get hurt, like you said, the Cal Orange come in or the Andy Dalton, where our team look good, but the quarterback position is just terrible. Whether it's the starter or the backup. But now since we have that, we have a quality starter. So we've been not average as best, but a little bit over average every year. What I'm just thinking is this: even though I know we got Trey Lance, how I'm looking at it is this way: if something was to happen to Dak, a nail break, a finger, something like that, I just feel like Trey Lance can run the offense, the West Coast offense that they done installed this year. I just feel like he can run it a little bit better, even if they have to dumb it down just a little bit for him, because that's what he's been running out there in San Francisco. What you think about that?
Yeah.
Let me answer that for you.
I'll let you go so Henny can answer your question. That's a damn good one.
Okay. So I'm gonna answer you the question. I'm gonna
answer your goddamn question. That's good, especially when it's a good one.
It is a very good question. So it's a two-part question. Can Trey Lance run a West Coast offense? Yes, he did it in San Francisco. He came for that system. Can Trey Lance run the West Coast offense and help us win games if he came in? Not right now. And that's a two-part question. Like, does he fit the scheme? Yes. Does he need more time on job? Hell yes. So, it's not the fact that he's not a scheme fit or anything. It's like, I agree with you. Like he's been in the West Coast system for 2 years. When he was in college, it was sort of like a West Coast, but it was only a one-read system, meaning he got one option and then his next option was to take off running. That's the kind of scheme they ran, over there for North Dakota. One read is not there, you take your ass off. So, the amount of time that he's had on job in a West Coast, in a true West Coast system where it's true 1, 2, 3 progressions, just these last 2 years. So he still needs more time to develop. As of right now, quarterbacking, making a decision in the progression offense. I hate to say it because I never like saying anything nice about Will Grier. I hate saying nice things, not Will Grier, but Cooper Rush, because I don't think he's that good. You would still have to trust the decision making of Cooper Rush over him right now until he can show you otherwise. So, so yes, he's from a West Coast system. He's had 2 years on job, but you factor in he was in a one-read system in college. And then, the fact that he's been injured and having to do all this stuff just to get back to what he was, I don't think he's ready.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to my boy Jay Tuck. He made an awesome video breaking down Mike McCarthy's West Coast offense. You can go check it out on YouTube. I'm actually on his YouTube page right now. Let me actually give him some real love. Boop. So there you go, my boy. CFO game right there. I need y'all to go hit that subscribe button. You guys see I'm already subscribed. You feel me? Just my boy CFO, J Tuck, J Tuck. But hey yo, these are Mike McCarthy.
Hold on, one second. I don't mean to shut you off. Jamie and Cal, the 49ers had a good team. 49ers had an all-pro tight end, an all-pro wide receiver, a good offensive line, a decent running game, and he still could not win games. So I'm not saying that I know for a fact he can't win games.
So all right, so let's go. West Coast offense. Remember, this is brought to you by my family over there. My little bro over there, J Tuck at CFO. Make sure y'all go hit that subscribe button over there and show him some love. All right, and man, let them know West Coast sent you. So, yo, this offense is characteristic by short horizontal pass routes in lieu of running plays to stretch out defense, opening up the potential for long runs or long passes. It was popularized with Welsh, was the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Ball control passes, and these are some key points. Ball control passes tied to rhythm and timing. Pure progression reads. What does that mean to you? Pure progression reads. What is that? To me, go ahead. You say yours and I go mine.
Pure progression, is actually exactly what it says. Pure progression means you're going 1, 2, 3. Right? You got an option number 1, you got an option number 2, you got an option number 3. You're going purely through the progression of the play. So let's say the initial read, the first option is a slant, the second option is a over, and the third option might be a little check down in the flat. You will go 1, 2. If it's not there, double down to 3. So that's pure progression.
Also, you know what that also means too? You know what that also means? That also means that there is less willy-nilliness. And you know what this also means too? This is an offense based around getting your number one guy the freaking football. You know what I'm saying? Because pure progression means listen, when you run a pass play, CeeDee Lamb is always going to be number 1. You're always going to look at CeeDee Lamb first.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks too. So you know what this means? This means that CeeDee Lamb in this type of offense should get more passes. But it also, remember we was having that argument, that conversation about the number 4 wide receiver. That's why I was saying, I don't know, man, because number 1 and number 2 should be cooking in this offense because CeeDee Lamb is going to get open. All right. Next, Mike McCarthy, Gulf Coast. If you get a picture look backside, 1-and-1 look, based off concept and spacing, simplified, you run concept regardless of the defense like that. Digit system, more of a digit system, coronal, digit-based offense based on defensive scales. And a digit system is just more like 4-3.
What Kellen Moore did.
Exactly, I was going to say that. Most teams are hybrid based on their personnel and quarterback. Cowboys are way more hybrid because they have an athletic quarterback, and then now you actually have an athletic backup quarterback. Stretch the defense out, forced to overcommit in deep shots and run game. Triangle read concept, easier reads, running back, catching the ball. Listen to me. That's what another thing I was talking about too. Having a fullback, having Luepke on the field, or having a fullback on the field, which, listen, I'm Mr. Run the Damn Ball, so y'all know I absolutely support having a fullback on this team. I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of felt, I don't know, it is what it is. But yeah, I support the Dallas Cowboys having a fullback on this team. That's something I've been asking for a very, very long time. So I am definitely in support of the Dallas Cowboys having a fullback on the team. Now, only thing I'm going to say is this. If I'm going to be throwing the ball, it needs to, especially to a running back, it needs to be to Tony Pollard. I want it to be Deuce Vaughn, one of those guys. That's the only thing I'm saying about Mr. Luepke. And Luepke, the Cowboys have to use him. Using a fullback 1 or 2 times a game is not going to be conducive to him keeping on this roster, especially if he's not on the special teams. Mm-hmm. But other than that, let's rock. I'm happy the Cowboys got a fullback. I think the Cowboys are a year shy of getting a fullback. They should have had a fullback last year. Like think about all those times Zeke was hurt. Imagine if he would have had a fullback escorting him to the second level. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing. So as long as the Cowboys got that, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Michael says kept a full-time fullback. Zeke might have been on the team. Facts. If you had, listen to me, if you had a full-time fullback on this team, they probably would have moved Tony Pollard to the slot because there would have been no reason for him to run the football. Go ahead, Henry. What's your thoughts?
What about what?
Shoot, just having a fullback on the fullback possibility of having a fullback. He says we cannot run the West Coast offense better than Dak at all. He did it in the 49ers. Lance upside right now is Dak much better, and Rush is much better. I don't know if Rush is much better. I ain't gonna lie. I think.
I mean, I don't think that Rush talent wise is better than Trey Lance, but Rush the quarterback is better than Trey Lance right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because like Trey Lance is 6'4". And Trey Lance can, probably throw the ball 90 yards in the air. And Trey Lance runs a 4.5. Like there's all these great things about Trey Lance that got me, looking forward to his future. But Cooper Rush, they actually, I know it's not based on him, because I've been saying this, under 60% completion percentage, high turnover ratio, woo. But if we were to ask Trey Lance to do the same thing that we asked Cooper Rush, I still think that Cooper Rush could do a little bit better right now. I don't think it'll be the same.
Yeah, right now, I would agree too.
Yeah, so I don't think that it might not even be the case halfway through the season. Like he might leapfrog over Cooper Rush, halfway through the season with Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy helping them out. But right now, if my life was on the line, I think I would trust Cooper Rush a little bit more than Trey Lance.
Yes, and I would trust Will Grier more over Trey Lance and Cooper Rush. So that's how that goes. Hey man, I got a question, man. What was your thoughts when you saw that the Dallas Cowboys only kept 3 linebackers?
We kept 4, didn't we?
The LVE. LVE.
Yeah, LVE.
Harper.
Clark. Fuck, we all did keep 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't use them like that.
My thing is this, man. What injury wise? And guess what? We kept 6. You kept 6 safeties
because they used him. That was going to be my point. Like there are times where there's a lot of time where LVE is the only linebacker on the field. You realize that, right?
I do realize that, but my thing is this.
So they made this thought like, man, LVE, Damone Clark, he said Devin Harper. They said, man, long as Marquise Bell and Jay Run Curse are breathing, we ain't ever gonna use a linebacker. So, listen, I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's how they rocking. They don't give a damn about no linebacker. Do it look like they give a damn about a linebacker? When they could have added a Hall of Fame linebacker, did they do it? They don't give a damn about a linebacker. So, like it's all like, man, listen.
Like if you would have had, think about this, if you would have had Bobby Wagner, if you would have Bobby Wagner, Damone Clark, and then Harper, you're like, okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Or if Overshown didn't get hurt. Imagine you had Bobby Wagner, Overshown, and Clark on the field at one time.
Man, it almost makes you think that, man, if Overshown would have, I don't know, that's crazy.
Yeah, like they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about the linebacker position. And they haven't listen, since Dan Quinn has been here, has he shown you that he gave a damn about linebackers?
No, the first thing he did with linebackers, he turned to safety and a linebacker in freaking Keanu Neal.
Exactly. Right. So like he doesn't care about that. And he cut Jalen Smith when he still had some left in the tank.
Who is currently a free agent right now.
Well, he actually signed back with the Saints.
He did?
Signed back to that practice squad.
Okay, good job. I got him, went straight live. I heard that.
Yeah, so like he has a job. So and listen, he has guys that he brought in he wanted to bring in. He did not bring in Deion Jones when he was available. He did not bring in Bobby Wagner when he was available. He don't give a damn about linebackers. He has a vision for his defense that he is trying to build up to. He finally got the defensive tackles that he think can help keep his undersized hybrid players healthy. He don't give a damn about that.
Will says Will Grier got cut for a reason. Cooper Rush has been our backup since 2007. Will Grier is gone. Cooper Rush is a lot better. No, he's not, Daryl. You're just mad because you haven't gotten your jersey yet. Chill out, bro. It's in the mail. It's almost here, man. Just relax. He's kind of turned up right now because he's waiting on a jersey. So he just, you know what I'm saying. My bad. It's not. It's me. It's not Cooper. But Will Grier is clearly a better quarterback.
And
clearly a better quarterback.
And then listen, in regards to why he likes safeties. The NFL has moved to a passing league. So, instead of having a traditional slot and traditional dime corners out there, he wanted bigger guys that could still help in the run game. So, that's why he started using 3 safety looks. So, they can still cover and, for the most part, one-on-one scenario, they can still get a running back on the ground by themselves. So, like he went for the medium. So it's a passing league, but he still want to keep some kind of size out there. Now, granted, they're still smaller than linebackers, but they're still bigger than a slot corner. So that's the medium that Dan Quinn chose to keep, and he's been doing this really since he left Seattle. Seattle was the last time that he even cared about having traditional linebackers. He brought in Deion Jones, was a hybrid. First thing he did in 2016. And since he ran the team, saying, because listen, Bobby Wagner was there in place already. He did not draft Bobby Wagner. He was already there. So since he had the opportunity to build a defense the way that he wanted, he's always done this.
Yeah. So, and I think Dan Quinn is he's a guy that values. I mean, he's basically going. I mean, I get what he's doing. He's tailoring his defense to where the direction of the NFL is, and that is a passing league. You know what I'm saying? So he basically wants more guys that can defend the pass and defend guys going vertical than guys that can actually, that can actually, protect, do anything, be against the run. Now, the only thing that I don't like about it is the run is the Dallas Cowboys. That's been our biggest like Achilles heel, I guess. That's been our kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so sensitive about linebackers being able to tackle. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, we've been on here since 12. I'm about to get up out of here. Heaney got to get up out of here. I want to thank everybody for calling and coming in. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace.